Hello friends, welcome to the channel. So it's been a long time since I last uploaded a video. So maybe it was around 8 to 9 months ago, and after that, a lot has changed, right? So we are now in this pandemic, and basically the market has crashed. Everything all over the globe, every index, every stock, everything has crashed, and still there are few uh, stocks that are doing uh, that are performing very well right now, right? So if you see the Nasdaq that has already given a new high, but still the other index, the major indexes like Dow, or you can say the German 30, or maybe many other index for the globally like the FTSE, or you can say the Australia 200. So all those things are still trading within the range. That is they haven't made a new high, but Nasdaq had given a high due to all the technical, sorry, or the technology stocks. So they are doing quite well during this time, and that is the basic reason the Nasdaq has given a lifetime high. So we'll go through the chart of that as well, and I will also try to compare that chart with other charts. Okay, few months back, like when I last uploaded the video, I was saying that we are in a major breakout for a gold, right? So if you watch that video, I was talking about a pattern which was repeating itself on from a lower time frame to higher time frame, right? So the pattern was basically a triangle pattern. It was a consolidation zone and consolidating pattern, and then we have the impulse leg, right? So if you watch that video, you'll understand the pattern, and once we go through the chart, you will understand what I'm talking about. So this video is basically I just wanted you to update about the current situation where we can head, uh, what can be the next target levels, or what can be the next corrective zones if it is if the market is in bull trend. Okay, so let's go through the charts one by one. And to be honest, for crude, I was thinking about after the crash, like sorry, before the crash, when I last uploaded the video, it was around 60 $65, I think. So I was definitely talking about a pattern which was repeating itself, right, on a small time frame as well on a higher time frame. So the pattern was completed. If you see the chart, the pattern was completed at this zone, because this leg, because this leg, 1 2 3 4 5, this leg completed the pattern. I did not expect the crude to trade negative. That is definitely a shock or a strange thing for most, or I would say for all of the traders across the globe. So I did not expect to trade, but that was due to the delivery on the expiry day, and I did not expect that to trade negative. But even that, it was like catching a falling knife, right? So you should not trade thinking that the crude will never go to zero, but actually it did. So this chart is not recording that one, but this pattern, if I'm talking about the pattern, so this pattern, this leg completed the whole corrective wave, sorry, the whole leg of the previous move. So let's go to the chart. So I think we were somewhere around this area, because that was the uh, yeah, I think it was that is in January 2020. No, maybe I was we were in this area as far as I remember. October or November, I think I last uploaded the video. So after that, uh, the crude has crashed badly, right? And this leg was complete. If you watch one of the video where I've shown the repeating the fractal nature of the Elliott wave. Okay, so that pattern has completed this leg. This was basically third leg of that move. Okay, and this leg was very quick, very sharp, and this leg completed the whole pattern. So let's go through the monthly chart to see what has happened over there. Okay, so I'll just switch to the monthly chart. Okay, so actually uh, this my actually I had to format my laptop, and I did not save all this chart output, so I had to draw all this again. So just give me a minute. Let me zoom in. So basically, this was the impulse leg, right? And we had this correction going on. So it was a triangle, and uh, I think I had already drawn this channel triangle pattern in most of the video. Okay, but I had to draw it again now, just for this video purpose. Okay, so we were completing this corrective pattern for the crude, and each leg was very quite sharp, right? If you see this leg, if you see this leg, as well as if you see this leg, all these three legs were quite like a free fall, right? So this has happened, and we had broken out of this triangle pattern, which is quite bullish itself in nature. Because if you see, I've already talked about this kind of pattern where a breakdown can happen, and it will suddenly retrace back to the pattern, the triangle. So we are at a very important area, the $42 area, I would say, that would act as a very strong resistance for now, and we have to see whether crude hold that level, whether it is able to breach that level and sustain over it. So the next target would be, I will talk about this thing once we switch to the daily chart. So you see the middle line, as I say, the middle line is very important line of the triangle pattern, and that will always act as a area of support and area of resistance for the whole pattern. Right? So ideally, it should be like we should get a double bottom, or it can break out of the triangle if it is a bullish nature. Okay, so if it is going to form a next impulsive leg like this one, so it has to break out of this triangle pattern, take a support on the middle line, or even if the triangle is breaching with a good movement, so it has to take a support on this edge of the triangle, right? So that is the basic pattern that forms on different time frame that we are talking. So that is what we can expect if it is going to be a bullish in nature, right? So if it is going not to be bullish in nature, then it can form a small pattern again in this area. So it may not break the triangle, it may not go below this triangle, but it can consolidate, or it can even form a double bottom in this area before breaking out of the triangle, right? So we'll talk about that thing in a short division. Okay, so let's go through one by one. I have all the charts, all the major uh, charts that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Nasdaq because that has already given a new high, a lifetime high, many days ago. And I have this gold, which is basically in a bullish nature. So we'll also talk about that, whether that bullishness can continue, and what would be the next target levels. Okay, and if there is a correction, what can we expect? And the last one is Dow Jones, which is basically most, I would say, everybody is watching this chart, right? So Dow Jones is very important if you want to understand what is really happening in the market. Okay, so let's go through the daily chart of crude oil. Okay, zoom zoom out. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So as I was saying, this leg completed the whole pattern, right? So if you see that video, okay, I think it was Elliott wave or something like that. I was talking about the fractal nature of Elliott wave, and there I had shown the pattern that will repeat itself on crude oil. Okay, so this leg completed the whole corrective wave, sorry, the whole leg, and we have this correction going on. So whether it can be a corrective wave, or it can be impulsive in nature, that we have to see and understand. Okay, and how we can do that? So let's go to the um, wave breakup of this leg. Okay, so as you can see, we have this first leg. I would consider, uh, if I go through a much lower time frame, the wave actually starts from here. This is not recorded on this chart, so I have my line drawn from this area. So that was a swing high. So I will consider this as the first leg, as an impulsive leg on for this area only. Okay, so my count starts from this leg. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5, and then we have this flat correction, or a triangle. No, it was a triangle actually. So we have this triangle pattern, and then we have the next leg. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we have this triangle, and then we have this leg. So this is a ending diagonal pattern that is completing, or that is about to complete. So for that, I have the top level marked at I think it was $42 around, and we'll see how the crude is behaving at this area. So whether we are getting a pop out of this ending diagonal, and whether it is going to fall or whether it is going to continue, right? So that is how we should trade, because I cannot forecast anything right now based on the count alone, right? The count can be wrong. We can have multiple legs also. So if this is the first leg, maybe this is the second wave, and this is a part of the third wave which is going to form, that we don't know yet. But seeing the monthly chart, what I am expecting, that it can be a double bottom as well. Okay, so we'll see how this area is behaving. So you have to keep in mind, or you can simply watch this video, draw these lines, okay, as I marked on your chart, and trade based on that, because I may not be able to provide you a new update once this market has pop out, or um, it may start falling again back to retracing to these zones, where this zone is $26, and this is the lower limit is 22. So basically, this is the 50 to 618 range, and this one is the lower range, which can also happen if crude is going to form a double bottom. Okay, so that the lower range is $12, $12.5 to 16.20 cents. Okay, so if it is going to happen, so recently we had this break of the channel, sorry, the lower line of this triangle, and the next day crude recovered whole. Okay, so it went back into the triangle. Similarly, as you have seen on the monthly chart, right, it went below that triangle pattern, and it went again into the triangle pattern. That does not mean that it is completely bullish in nature, because anything can happen, because a triangle means that anything is possible, right? It can break out of this, sustain, take a support at this resistance zone, which I have 42, and continue to the right to the upside, or maybe it can happen that currently it is 40.56, so it can happen that it will go towards 42, then that will basically form a high on the recent time frame, because the recent time frames were not we did not have 42 on the recent small time frame. So it can happen that it can go to 40 towards $42, making all the bears as bulls, and start falling back to that retracement zone. Or second case, which I would consider, that if it goes above that triangle pattern, take a support on this edge of the line, then if I get a buy signal, I would consider buying it for 51.37. Okay, so that is the next, I would say, the target zone for me. So we'll see. Basically, this area has created a lot of confusion for me as well, because I am unable to measure my waves from this area due to that negative scenario. Okay, so I have drawn this pattern, and we have to trade according to this pattern. It can either go to this area, or either it can go to this area. So it is very important that we do not get stuck in any of the wrong sided trade, because both of the side we have, on the downside we have a very big range, on the upside we have this range. So this is also almost $8 to $9. So you do not want to get stuck in any of the wrong sides, right? So this is for crude, and I'll go through the next chart, which is Nasdaq 100. So this is a very important chart, and most of the traders, like everybody, is shocked to see this new high on Nasdaq, and everybody is believing that okay, this pandemic is over and everything will be back to normal. So think, or don't think that way by seeing one chart only. It can happen that there will be a time when different charts will trade differently, right? So you cannot assume, or you cannot think that the same pattern will form on different charts at the same time, right? So it can happen that one chart is trading, or one instrument is trading differently compared to other instrument. So let me zoom this chart so that you can have a better picture. So I'll not talk about the area to wave counts or any technical analysis on the chart, but I would only say that this line basically it was 10-141. Okay, so that line was basically the last chance for the bears to put in a new low. Okay, this was a major crash due to this pandemic, and this was the last chance for the bulls, sorry, the bears to put in a new low, but they failed, right? So if you see, there was this sell-off, big sell-off, but they failed to continue the lower high. They could not make a new lower low, right? And we have this breakout again. So this is a very strong leg, I would say, and we have almost reached this level, which was my next target level for Nasdaq 100. So it is already 10. That level was marked as 10-10712, I think. So we have already breached that level. We have closed well above that level. So I would expect the next target to be this level. So this is very big target. I would say 13122. That is quite a big range, right? It's almost 3,000 points, and that is this is basically a technical analysis, right? I'm not talking about fundamentals over here and what is happening in the world or what is happening on this with the companies in this Nasdaq 100. So I'm not talking about those things, but I'm only talking about this technical analysis of this chart, right? So this was the first, as I said, this was the last attempt for the bears to make a new low. They failed it. So we have this next resistance. Sorry, it would be actually a target level after this leg. So this is the next target level which already achieved, and we have this as the last target level. So this is 13,000. So you have to be very cautious. You should not be shorting Nasdaq 100 until we breach below this level again. That would also break the whole trend line, and it will start falling. That is very less likely to happen because everybody is trying to short Nasdaq 100. And if I switch to monthly chart, so we'll see there the parabolic moves. That is very strong move that we can see in any of the chart. So let me switch. Okay. Yeah, so if you see this leg, that was a very strong leg, the initial leg of this chart. This was a very strong leg, and we had this strong correction. After that, we have this strong move. No way we are assuming, or I'm assuming, that it will fall, right? Because if you see this leg, if you see the strong candles, this is the strong candle that is forming on monthly chart. Do you see any kind of weakness in this candles? And each candles are not overlapping much on the previous candle. That is very strong bullish signal for any trend. So these trend bars are very strong and they do not have much overlap with the previous candle. So it is very obvious that you should assume that this is a very strong trend that is happening. And instead, many of the companies are performing very well. They are making new lifetime highs. So it is very obvious that Nasdaq will also make a new lifetime high. So it has already breached the previous high before the pandemic level, the high before the pandemic, and we are already approaching to this target. So it is very you have to keep in mind this area. Do not short. Do not get in stuck. This area, you look for a buy opportunity on a smaller time frame, that is the 4-hour time frame, or even on the daily chart. You look for the small opportunities, you grab those opportunities, but do not sit on the wrong side. Do not hope that the market will turn in your favor. Okay, so let the market show some weakness. You have a sell setup, you take the trade, but do not trade based on the faith alone, right? That should not be it should not be the sign of a good technical trader, right? So this is for Nasdaq. So you have to mark all these levels. Okay. So this was the previous. Okay. So I will talk about this level. So this was the previous breakout level, which already uh, I was going through the back charts and I marked this level. So that was already a breakout level that has passed. Okay. So do keep in mind this level. This has already breached, and this was the last attempt for the bears to make a put in a new low. Okay. So they have failed. You wait for the Nasdaq 100 to turn around, break these levels, then you start sorting, right? But that is, I don't think that will happen in recent recent months or weeks, because we have this new target, right? And the bulls will try to take this target. They will try hard to take this target. So do not get stuck, or do not try to short this market. You get a sell signal. If you get a sell signal on your setup, then only go for that. But do not try to short a rally and expect the market to come down. Okay. So the next chart is gold, and to be honest, I was expecting this leg to happen, right? Even if you watch update video on the gold, I was talking about this pattern which was repeating itself, like on the daily chart the same pattern was repeating on the hourly chart, and the same pattern gets replicated on the monthly chart. We have this triangle pattern, the consolidation, and this impulse leg, right? So where do we stand now? So I have marked all my, actually these were the target levels for this move. Okay. And uh, and I have marked these levels, so these are the bullish target actually. And I've also marked the resistance zone. So these three lines, basically this one, the red line is the a very good resistance which stand at 1817. Okay, so you have to record the date. Basically, this broker, actually the I'm using FXCM broker, so that for this charting purpose. Okay, so this price is quite different from can be different from other brokers. Okay, so whatever price I've shown you, this is actually it's very late for me, and this is Saturday 12th. Okay, 1 minute. So this is 12th July. Okay, Saturday. So this is a weekend, so you can mark all the closing price for this candle on different charts. Okay, and calculate your own price for the broker. So for me, this 1817, I think it was 1817. So that level is very important level, and above this it can be a spike, or it can be uh, uh, 1 day close for this level. Okay, it can hit, gold can hit 1840, 1846 level, but it may not hit also, right? Because I was calculating the wave count, I came to think, okay, I started thinking that it could be a flat correction. The whole pattern could be a flat correction, because this leg was very strong, and for a flat correction, if the prior trend is very strong, then there is a high chance that a flat correction will happen. Okay, so it can pop out, because a flat correction can be extended, right? So it can make a new high above this level, but actually I have a next level at 2200. So I will draw that also, because everybody is talking very bullish about gold. So I tried to find the next target for the bulls, and it was 2200, right? So, but this area, as I said, this is very important area. Any sustained move above this area, right? If we say break above 1846 and sustain just for few weeks, okay, or maybe a month, then it is very likely that gold will hit this 2200 level. But as I said, this can be a flat correction, and it can come down, because everybody is trying to buy gold. And I am thinking like everybody, if I was, to be honest, if I was a bull, right? So if you see that pattern, the video, I would have bought somewhere at this area, because that was a break. This strong candle was a break, and I would have started accumulating from 13 um, 1370, 1380s, or even 1400, and currently I would be enjoying a profit of $400, right? So that is very good profit in a very short term period, right? It is almost a year from this breakout zone, right? It is June 2019, and we are in July 2020. So that is almost a year. And if I was a bull at this area, I would be enjoying a good profit at this area. So I will try to book some profit, even when the whole world is trying to buy gold. I would not think of buying gold, because if the condition of this pandemic worsens, that and then I don't believe that people will be buying gold. Instead they will be trying to save their life, right? So that is a very strong sorry, that is very bad argument for this, but I have marked this area. To be honest, I have marked this area 2200. If I see a strong breakout of or a strong candle on a monthly time frame, okay, we are on the monthly time frame. If I see a strong candle of this area, I will not short gold. Even so, that is what I'm trying to say. If you see a buy signal of this area, you buy and hold for the target of 2200. But if you get a sell signal at this area, okay, then you sell and hold for, let me have my Fibonacci tool. So this was the previous high. Let me go to the daily time frame. Okay, so I have already marked, I think. Yeah. Uh, okay, so we are already on a very good resistance area. So if you get a sell signal at this area, so sell signal can be different thing. Okay, it can be a candlestick pattern. So we have this divergence also. So if we break up below this area, that is a sell signal, right? If you see based on the divergence. So if this area say 1760 or 1759, this area is based, that is a sell signal because the divergence, the price is now accepting the divergence. So if we break below this area, that is the divergence. If we get a candlestick pattern in this area, that is a sell signal. If you have a moving average crossover, that is also a sell signal. So it will depend on your setup or strategy. I'm not going to say what I have myself set up or not, whether I have got a signal or not, because that is you have to decide your own signal or your strategy. Okay. So as I said, I marked this uh, retracement zone. So this pattern, actually, I have found a new pattern. I have named that as a retail trap. Okay, so it can be that pattern because we have still not breached the 138% extension of this leg. So that is around 1909. So it can happen that uh, it can fall, right? Because this is a retail trap pattern, which I will talk about someday in future. Okay, and for this we will have the retracement zone during in this area, the 50 to 61 point 0.8 area. So that would be 1368 to 1430, sorry, 1431. So that would be the first retracement zone. If we go breach below that, then the 88% would be the next retracement zone, and below that I have 113% of this whole leg. Okay, so that would be the last retracement zone. That would be basically a pattern, a harmonic pattern that will complete in this area. So that does not mean that I'm saying it will start falling right now and it will achieve all these targets, right? I've just provided you an update. I've given you the upside probability and the downside probability. Sorry, the levels. Okay. So the probability will depend on the candlestick or the market behavior around this area, whether we are going to make a new high of 2200 or we are going to make a new fall of 1350 area. Both sides we have almost 400 points, right? $400 on both legs, even on the upside and even on the downside. Again, I would say if you are a positional trader, do not get stuck on the wrong side. If you are short in gold, then you must have a stop loss above this area. If you are buying gold, then also you must have a stop loss, as I've shown on the smaller time frame below this this candle, right? Or even if you are buying from much bottom, then this is the swing low. So this is basically so basically this is also a triangle pattern to some extent. So this was a consolidation and this was the breakout, so you can put your stop loss below this area also. if you're buying well, if you're buying well below somewhere down this area. Okay, so that was for this gold. Hope you have the a good update from me. Okay, the last chart I would talk about is US 30, that is the Dow Jones futures. So that this future is also uh, let me come to the monthly chart first, then we'll see. So this was the expanding triangle that was forming. Okay, I had marked this pattern long before, and this was a pandemic crash, right? And we have this pullback going on. So whether we are going to make a new high or whether we are going to fall, that will see. Okay, and what are the target levels on both sides. So this was actually a pitchfork tool which I had used, and if you see this edge, the edge of this pitchfork tool was properly acknowledged, and we had this buy signal at this area, and it is going in a well direction, right? But there is some weakness which I can see on the chart because this a dozy on the monthly chart that is showing some kind of weakness, or basically um, this is the big institutions trying to hold this level. So let me go through the daily chart and we'll see what is happening over there. Okay, so this is the daily chart, and this is the swing leg. Okay, the crash that has happened due to the pandemic, and from there we have this move going on, right? So people were thinking that it would start falling from there, from there. So that is, you should never, as I say, you should never trade based on the assumption, right? You must have a setup, you must have a signal, and you trade based on that, right? If the signal fails, you take the next signal. So this was a breakout. It took a support. We have this rally, but at this area, right? This one I marked as uh, the first resistance zone for this whole leg. So this area acted as a very strong resistance, and you can see that there was a very good sell-off. Okay, I'm not going to talk about how I marked this area, but this price action, I've not marked this line based on this price action. It was the line was placed before this price action happened. Okay, so we have a strong sell-off. We are trying to consolidate in this range. So it can happen that we have, sorry, wait, uh, let me draw the line. So it can happen that we have some kind of, okay, we have some kind of triangle, and then we can continue to the downside because based on this price action, the sell off at this area, it was quite a good sell off, similar to this kind of big candles, right? So this area is very important for me. Um, a break above this area, okay, a break above till now. Let me be honest with you. Till now, I haven't got any kind of sell signal yet. Okay, so I'm waiting for some price action or some sell setup. Then I will take the trade. But this area that is 27600 approx. So this area, if it breaches above this area, then we have this next target level that is 32989. So that would make a new lifetime high. So that would be a new lifetime high if this area is breached. If it breaches and sustains above this, maybe closes a few candles of this, because I always take a close of the candle because that is very important for me. Like whether the institutions are holding their position for the next day or maybe for the next few days. That is very important to understand what they are doing. So if you get a breach of this area, let's take the let let take it as support at this area and we ride for this target. But if we don't, if we come out before this area is breached, if we go down, right? If we chop in this triangle and pop out, so we start going down, then again this area this area would be the next target level, because we have this strong buying activity happening. So if there is going to have a sell off, then it will definitely try to hold this area, because the bulls will try to defend this area. So if we get a sell off, then the most probability the bulls will try to defend this area again, because they have defended it for the first time, right? So what I'm expecting for Dow Jones, and if so, let's be clear. If this is going to fall, then I expect the market to chop for a while. Okay, so it can chop in any kind of pattern. It can be a flat correction, or it can be a triangle pattern. So it can chop like this way. I don't know that. Once the pattern unfolds, then we'll see how it is happening. Okay, so it can happen like this way. We might have be having something like this way. Okay, it can chop, it can chop, it can chop, right? So that we'll see. So basically, what I'm thinking, that this pattern will continue for a long. If we are not breaching of this area, so it can chop for a long period of time. So because these bulls were very strong at this area, so once start falling, they will try to hold this, even this area. Even if you see this candle, this was very strong bullish candle. So even at this area, if the market start falling down, they will try to hold their level, and even this area. And this resistance line is very important for me, because this was the first resistance for me, and it has breached. Sorry, it has not breached this area. If it breaches this area, then we have this target level. That is what we have to think, and that is what we have to trade. We should not go by emotion, right? And if it does not breach, if it start going down, then this is the pattern which I'm expecting to happen. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you have liked the video. I just wanted to give you an update. Like I did not talk much of the technical stuff, but I just wanted to give you an update what is going to happen and what I'm thinking. Okay, I projected both the levels for the downside and the upsides. Okay, currently it is trending to the upside. Even all the markets, you can say, they are trending to the upsides. But definitely, all the charts are not going to trade the same. Right? The Nasdaq has made a new lifetime high, but the Dow Jones is still struggling to make a new lifetime high. Right? Gold was trading a complete bullish in nature. Still, it's bullish in nature, but that is at a very strong resistance area. Crude is similar to that, because few months back we have negative crude, and currently we have $40. So this area, as I have shown in the charts, I've also counted the wave count, and I've also said what are the retracement zones and what are the next bullish target for the bulls. Okay, this is the target for the bears. This is the target for the bulls. Okay, you have to sit on the train on either side and make some money, right? So that's all. Hope you have liked the video, and I will do update. I'll provide some updates if I see some kind of um, strength or some kind of setups which are tradable, or if I get a buy signal, or if I get a sell signal. But I'm not sure whether I will, because to be honest, I'm trying to come up with my I'm trying to develop my own strategies which I can use for day trading as well as for swing trading. Okay, so I'm working on those parts, so that way I don't get much time to update you guys. Um, that's all for this video. Hope you have liked the video, and happy trading. Okay, bye.